everyone, today I'll be reviewing movie Pacific Rim. It came out in 2013, directed by Guillermo del Toro, and this movie is starring Charlie Hunnam, Idris Elba, and Rinku Kikuchi. And this movie is about this movie takes in like future world where this world is run by like this huge kaiju monster. So to battle them, scientists they develop this giant robot to fight them on, and so I really enjoyed this movie. This movie came out a long time ago, and I have seen this movie a couple of times because this movie is quite entertaining to watch. Each time I watched it, I was like, oh, it's so cool. Every time this giant robot kicking this monster, and I'm like, yes, go. Like whenever they're fighting with each other, it's so fun to see. This movie is visually amazing to look at it, and cinematography is also really amazing and very well directed from Guillermo del Toro. He's also written this movie, and his direction in this movie is really good. I really enjoyed this movie, but I do have some gripe with this movie. It's about this. Although this movie is so well directed, also the music is also amazing. Every time the soundtrack comes on, na, 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 it's so good. I really enjoy watching this movie. But the problem I had with this movie is with the dialogue. Dialogues are so awful in this movie and does not make always sense. And this scientist, what they're saying, you're like, what are you saying? Does not make any sense, like what they're saying. All these scientists and all their exposition in this movies are so useless. But every time this monster, they're fighting each other. It's so amazing to look at it. So I forget that how dumb these scientists are. They're just saying stuff does not make any sense. So I don't understand why the dialogues are so awful in this movie. Imagine seeing this movie in theater. This movie it's not a huge hit or anything. I think it made some money because this is a huge budget movie. It cost around like 200 million, maybe not 200, 150 million dollar, but this made only 400 something. So it's not a huge hit, but I do understand this movie didn't make any money either, because when you go see this movie, you're just sitting there thinking to yourself, what are you saying? Because whatever they're saying, you feel like they're really something important these scientists are saying, but they just don't make any sense. Also, Charlie Hunnam's character is not very well developed. I guess his character is not very sometimes you don't get it, what he's saying, what is his motive is, or what is his feeling. Although he's act like he's feeling a lot, but we don't really get to know him or feel like what is he feeling, you know what I mean? This is, I think, very poorly written character. But I really like Charlie Hunnam. God, he looks amazing in this movie. Look at his ab, and I'm like, even this actress, I think she's from this Japanese actress. She's even staring at him, and I'm like, can you stop staring at this guy? That's how this director, he decided that she's gonna just stare at him like a freak. I can't blame her. He did look really good. But anyway, this movie, this actress, she did really good job, I guess. But I just don't, some plot line is so weird. You're like, how did he knew that she's the right fit to emotionally connect with him? There is some plot hole in this movie. Makes you think what is going on? But I really liked Idris Elba. His character was very interesting. All his dialogues were I guess I don't know what he was saying, but I thought he's saying something important. That's how this movie does. Even you put caption on, you can't what are you saying? This dialogue just does not make sense. I haven't even seen Pacific Rim Uprising yet, so I might not see that one because I heard it's really badly. It's not that good, so I'm not gonna check that out. And because that movie is not directed by Guillermo del Toro, it's directed by Steven McKnight or something. Anyway, that's my thought on this movie. Really enjoyed all the monster fight on screen, but did not care about all the dialogue. Or this character, I suppose. Anyway, that was my thought. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe and please take care.